Hey guys, guess what? Now this is something I did not expect. I did not expect to be here in Mercedes service parking lot, starting my own Sprinter van before I actually can get some service done, due to the fact that Mercedes cannot start my vehicle and they wanted to charge me $180 for starting diagnostics, which I told them not to charge me, and I told them what it is, and it seems like we were all in agreement. And then they started telling me it was actually being worked on, until I spoke to somebody yesterday and they're like, no, it's still in our service parking lot and we actually need you to start it. We were out there, we were, trying to start it. It doesn't start. It shows a full battery and that still doesn't start. So can you come and start it for us? Well, guess what? I drove here 1 hour away because I live 1 hour away, so that I could actually start it for Mercedes, and I'll have to drive 1 hour back. So as you will see in this video, everything I told them to do still wasn't done, and then they told me the battery has a full charge. Well, let me show you the charge that it actually has. Here's my Sprinter, guys. It's in Mercedes service parking lot, and there's my charger. It's my battery jumper here. By the way, in order to jump your battery, this is where the positive is. Put it here, put the negative right there. So anyways, guys, this is what I want to show you. This is the battery that I left from Mercedes behind my seat. Guess what? They said they used it. They didn't. It was still located behind my seat, not even being used. Now, this battery here is the brand new battery. This is a new battery too, but I'm not sure how new it is. There's no dates on it. But this is a brand new battery from O'Reilly. I mean, I literally just got this thing, plugged it up. Guess what? Look what I found. This is plugged in. You see? You press the button here, you pull this out. Now there's no power drain. This thing was still plugged in when I came in. This is something that I explained to them. You need to unplug it. And then they said they're gonna put this thing on trickle charge first, 4 days ago or 5. And then I talked to them yesterday. I said, guys, can you put this on trickle charge? They said, yeah, they could do that. Here's another thing they said. They said this battery, it's fully charged, and for some reason it's not starting. I'll get back to you later. Not sure if you could see that, but with the unit being off, it shows 3.1 on the battery charge when I actually plug it up to the positive and a negative. Watch what happens once I actually put it on one of these, trickle charges things. It's a 12.4. Now, I don't believe I'll actually be able to start with these type of numbers because the battery is nearly dead. So I'm just gonna have to swap out the battery and then actually attempt to charge it. But I'm actually so early here. I was supposed to be here at 7, but it's 6:45 right now. I don't have any keys to my Sprinter van, so I'm going to have to get some keys for it. And one other thing that I'm missing is I left in such a hurry, I didn't actually bring any tools with me. Well guys, I'm on my way home now. I got 1 hour drive ahead of me, and as you can see, the van is started. It is running good, and there's absolutely no problems. When you plug in a new battery, it starts up right away, no issues. But when I was talking to them on the phone yesterday, they told me, you really need to get down here and start this thing up for us because it doesn't start. It's fully charged battery, and we even got a machine plugged up to it. Nothing's working, just clicking. Man, I started to believe them. I thought that really is what's going on, and I'm thinking, I wonder what I'm faced with once I actually make it here. So I'm thinking, is there a new problem with my Sprinter that it doesn't start? Well, I'm glad that there is not a new problem. It is the same problem that it's been having. There is a power drain issue, which I will find. I believe it's the Y cable. I will diagnose the issue and then find out for sure. It was kind of interesting when I actually talked to them about the Y cable. He said there is no cable back there. But the whole entire time, problem is that the service advisor that I was speaking to does not know anything about cars, and that is the problem. He was completely misleading their shop foreman, which is good tech at Mercedes, and that's the problem. There was like a broken telephone When they were communicating with them, they were saying, this van has actually a kill switch, you know, it's a blue wire, and you need to disconnect and then the van will start. And the tech was going back there looking for the blue wire and the kill switch. He couldn't find it. And that is the problem. The problem is, it's like the service advisor was telling him some weird type of stuff, misleading the guy in the back that would have actually got the van started. He told me that if he knew that that's what was going on, he would actually come out there himself and replace the battery. But another thing he told me, they would actually have to pay somebody to replace the battery because their service techs are hourly. They are, I asked them how much they're paying per hour. The actual service techs, they get paid $30 an hour, but the dealership charges $180 an hour or more in some cases. And so apparently they really make a lot of money because $30 an hour is $30 an hour, but $180 an hour, that is per labor hour, and that is a big difference. So there's a lot of money being made in that parts department. Did you see that whole parking lot, how much full of cars it is? So it is no wonder, you know, that they left my van alone. They're like, you know what, we're not going to deal with this today. We'll just let this guy start it. Well, let's just tell him that we tried all this stuff, it didn't work. If he wants to come here and start it, he could just like start it up himself. Because they got all these other cars that they need to work on, and there needs to be an excuse to work on other cars. I mean, I'm like really like mind boggled like by how many cars is back there to get service. It is absolutely crazy. I mean, that looks like a dealership in itself. At first I thought it was a satellite parking lot for their new vehicles, and then I walked around and I looked at all the windows, and they all had service numbers on them. So all of these cars are in for service. And I was there at 6:45 in the morning, and I was there before all the techs came in, before anybody came in, really. And already at their service department, they had 7 cars lined up waiting to check their cars in for service. So they're really staying busy as far as that goes. So anyways, let's talk about what they're going to replace on my Sprinter. They're going to replace all the knock sensors. They're going to add some kind of, you know, computer that controls the DEF. I mean, maybe it's a computer, maybe it's not, but something that controls the DEF system so that it works a little bit better. They're gonna update the software on the computer so that it can actually regenerate better as I'm driving. But the exhaust system is not being replaced. The particular filter is not getting replaced. So if you were in hopes of getting the particular diesel filter replaced because yours is clogged up, exhaust system will be replaced. I don't know if you guys know this, but I've seen a service ticket for a full exhaust system from one of my customers because he had a bad diesel particulate filter. Well, just clogged, not bad, because I cleaned it up for him and now everything works good. But he showed me the bill. It was almost $9,000 for the full exhaust system because they said they cannot just replace the particulate filter, they got to replace the whole exhaust system on these 2016. So the funny thing is, I talked to the Mercedes service advisor, and and I asked him, I said, what's being replaced? He says the full exhaust system is getting replaced, and the way he was talking, like, man, there was just $2,500 worth of parts alone that was ordered for this week. I'm like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. You just said $2,500. I said, there's no way you guys are going to be replacing the exhaust system, because I know the prices that they charge, that's not going to get you anywhere. I mean, that does make sense that takes into account the knock sensors, perhaps some other thing they got to do, doing the software. That's all it's really going to be doing, but not particular filter, not exhaust components. So it's a good thing that when I worked on this customer's vehicle before I actually bought it, he came in with a clogged up diesel particulate filter, and I plugged up my Mercedes Star Diagnostic System to it, and I had to run it through several cycles of regeneration in order to really remove that soot content. So right now that van that diesel particulate filter does not need to be replaced. I mean, that thing is super clean. So I only charge $150 per hour to you know, to basically do the regen. The reason I say per hour, it would simply be $150 if I could just get it started all in one go, but sometimes they're so clogged up that you have to keep running through cycles upon cycles upon cycles just to get it cleaned again, just to get it running again. And sometimes you cannot regenerate it while the van is actually parked. You'll need to actually drive the vehicle 70 miles an hour on the highway and try to get a regen, and even then it actually starts failing, but at least it starts to regen, where it would not even start to regen when the vehicle's parked. And you do have to have a full tank of gas when you actually do regen. And I know I'm getting on all these topics, but guys, might as well. We're talking about pretty much the services being performed on my van that has to do with emissions and what's being replaced and all this other stuff, because I'm sure you guys are all wondering what's really getting replaced, and you know, is it even worth it for me to bring the van in? So once I get this van back, now that I did get it started for them and I did show their shop foreman where this, you know, kill switch is, that they call a kill switch now because that's the word I've been using. So I showed them how to unplug it and that kind of thing. So hopefully now they will get the work done. And I still think they're gonna kill the battery. I really do. Watch them call me tomorrow and says the battery's dead. It doesn't start again. Would not be surprised. But anyways, guys, I will get the van back. We will look at the bill together, and I will tell you exactly what's being replaced, because at this point there's a lot of information that's going on. So the service advisor told me full exhaust system, and he didn't even know about the NOx sensors. And the tech is telling me no, not exhaust system, just NOx sensors and updating the computer and some other thing that goes along with the NOx sensor. But anyways, guys, that being said, signing out. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself, guys, and see you in my next video. Bye-bye.